Hey guys, thank you again for tuning in. So you may notice that I have a different setup because I just got a new computer, so everything had to start from the scratch. Anyway, let's go to the video. For those who love Angeles City and then the nightlife, the burger, you want to watch this video. This is true story. I just watched the video. It was this happened in 2004 or 2005. It's a long time ago, but still relevant, especially like I said, for the expat that are thinking of going to have fun in the Philippines, uh, staying in Angeles City. This is for you. Okay. This is a story of Evelyn and Stephen. Stephen is from UK, and Evelyn, of course, is a Filipina. She's a poor Filipina from the province of Samar. At a very young age, they were very poor living in a province, just hard to get by. And she always, as a little girl, she's always dreaming that she wants to be a burger. Can you imagine that at a very young age, she's already thinking about wants to be a burger so she can marry a American or a foreigner. That's her dream. So when she turned 13 years old, she decided to uh, go to Manila to start working. And the parents, because they were poor, they, hey, you know what, this less mouth to feed, so they say, okay, give her the blessing. So there she went. She probably was recruited by somebody in Manila, and took her to Angeles City to work at the bar in Angeles City. uh, and I can believe it that they will recruit like a even I'm gonna put the video link, and you can see it, hear it also. They were recruiting like young girls, even 13 years old, 12 years old. It's just unbelievable. I mean, I never been to those type of bar. I've been to the Manila. That was long time ago, and I never I never seen a place like employ that young. I don't know, maybe Angeles is different, but it's just sickening. I mean, I understand that the foreigner, it's hard to tell the age of the foreigner, but being from the Philippines, I can tell. I mean, I can tell if that is like underage. You can tell. So anyway, uh, so she started to work at the bar at a very young age, at 13 years old. And then, of course, they're going to lie their age. They're going to tell you like they're 18 or 19, but in reality, they are underage. At the same time, now let's go back to Steven. Steven is a young, smart guy, and he's a good looking, he's as according to the wife, he's a good looking man, English from UK. uh, he's working for a computer. He was working as a computer technician, like a specialist. So the company one day said, "Hey, Stephen, we want to relocate you to our affiliated, company in Hong Kong. So if you go there, we will, give you a very nice compensation." So of course, being young and feel like, hey, you know what, this is a chance to see the world. Why not? So Stephen took the opportunity. There he went to start working in Hong Kong. Um, and then at the same time, he got this like a hobby, like he feel like because he's young, he wants to fly a plane. So he took some lesson to fly a plane. Let me just show you a photo here. Flying plane, and this is the school is in Angeles City, Philippines. That's where it kind of introduced Steven to the Philippines. So he started to I think he attended like for 2 or 3 weeks, and he stayed in Angeles City, and get a chance at the same time to explore the the nightlife, because he's young, single, and then at the bar, at one of the bar, he met Evelyn, and then the first time Stephen saw Evelyn, he just fall in love with her. He fall in love with her, and you feel like this is the this is the girl that he wants to marry. I don't know how old is Evelyn, but I know by the time they are getting set for to get married, she was 17 and Stephen was 10 years older than her. So Stephen was 27, and being underage, under the age of 18, you cannot marry in the Philippines. So Stephen has to so Stephen took Evelyn to Hong Kong, where he was residing and working, and and to get married over there. Let me just show you here. This is a picture that Stephen has flew in. His parents. Um, this is a Stephen parents that. The mother is Margaret, and I forgot the what's the father name. Flew down from UK to be the witness, for their wedding. So they got married in Hong Kong. She was 17 and he was 27. So everything a fairy tale, everything was good, everything was happy, and they have happy life. And then later, they of course they also have start to have children. They have two. I think one is like 3 years old, and the other was 1 years old. Girl and a boy. It was perfect. It was picture perfect family, loving family. Beautiful couple, and so Stephen is the like the the breadwinner of the two. She was just housewife staying home, and Stephen because of his good income, he was making a 60,000 a year pound. That this is in pound, not dollar, and that was based on. I just checked to see what's the conversion. In 2004, it was almost double to dollar. So can you imagine that making 60? It's almost like 120,000 US dollar, 60,000 pounds. That's a lot of money. Anyway, so he was very generous also with Evelyn. He gave Evelyn like 1,000 pound a month for her allowance. Can you believe that? 1,000 pound for a province girl. All of a sudden, you're holding this 1,000 pound. That's like almost like a 2,000 US dollar. And if you're gonna convert to today money, it's like a more than 100 grand peso. So that's their life. It's like a dream come true for Evelyn, and they also live in a very nice place. Oh, by the way, I did skip something though. So after they decided that they're going to move from Hong Kong to the Philippines, and they choose to live in Angeles City, the area where she used to work. I think that was a kind of a big mistake though. So that's where they decided to relocate, maybe because even though Stephen was making good money, and by the time he think about it, the expense is so is quite high in Hong Kong. We all know that Hong Kong is not cheap. It's very expensive. The rent, everything is very expensive in Hong Kong than in the Philippines. So they decided to they want to relocate to the Philippines, and then they stay in Angeles City. They have a nice house, and Evelyn is getting a 1,000 pound per month as allowance to take care of the kids. So Stephen is is a very a loving person, and also very generous. Not only that, he also helped Evelyn family. He helped them with the housing, and they live in Samar, and then also they provide enough money so the family can buy a fishing boat. So he's very kind, kind gentleman from UK. And then after that, oh, the Filipina Evelyn also employ, because now she have two kids. Now she also employ her own sister, her younger sister Gina. That's her Gina right there. So she employed Gina as the like a babysitter nanny, to help her around the house. And then what? Then after that, things started to kind of fall apart because now Evelyn, a province girl, all of a sudden get all this wealth, all this money. She was, being a provider to her family, to her friends. So everybody kind of look up to her, and some of the friends and family start to notice the difference on Evelyn attitude. It's like now she started to act like a prima donna. She kind of looked down on her own family, or on her friends, like she's acting like a wealthy lady. So some of them start to feel ill, has an ill feeling about Evelyn. And then Stephen also start to feel this like a the situation start to have a uh, the like a strange relationship between between her and Stephen. And then the mother was very the Stephen family, mom and dad was very close, especially Margaret, the mother of Stephen. She makes sure that she will go come and visit Stephen once a year, and then on uh, on on her trip to the Philippines, she kind of noticed that there's this is something women has this very observative. She felt like something is not quite right with the marriage, because sometimes if Stephen wanna they're walking the street and Stephen wanna hold her hand, she will kind of like try to avoid it or something like that. At the same time, Margaret also noticed that Evelyn seems like always texting with other people and also talking with other people on the cell phone. So she's kind of very busy with her cell phone, and that's what kind of concern about to Margaret. But anyway, so they finally as the nanny here, Gina, also start to notice that there's something going on with the marriage. So she kind of corner her sister, her older sister, to say, uh, "Are you having an affair with somebody? What's going on?" So the sister family, come clean and told her that yeah, she is having an affair with a Filipino. So yeah, the it's a love triangle, like here. This is the Filipino, the one on the left hand side. The Filipino lover. Let's see what's the name. I don't have it. I don't have it right now, but that's a Filipino lover. The Filipino lover was he's working as a security guard, and he was earning a pound a year. Just think about it. His income was 1,000 pound a year, and compared to Evelyn, that Stephen was providing her 1,000 pound a month. So that's quite a big difference there. But hey, you know what? Love is love, right? Yeah, that's what she want. That's what that's Evelyn Lover, the Filipino security guard, was Evelyn Lover. Now is getting into that marriage with it's breaking the marriage right now. So, and Stephen started to feel like the wife is getting call, to him, and then there's no more like sexual activities between the two of them. So he start to uh, kind of try to hang around with his friend. His friend was here is one of his business friend. This is Mike. This is Stephen, business friend. So Stephen would sometimes would make an alibi, say, hey, you know what? He would tell Evelyn, say, I'm gonna go to I have a I need to go away for a business meeting or something, with the business, and he will be going away for a couple of days. And but in reality, he never left. He would just be in his friend's house. He would just hang around in his friend's house. They would just have a like a bachelor party, having this all the burger or something like that. Having a party, just like a boys' night out, something like that. So he start also to have a lifestyle. Then finally, you know, even though he was having fun with other Filipina, but he's not ready to to uh, to break up with her. And this time, Stephen gave her like an ultimatum, like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to be uh, continue supporting you. You need to start, look for a job, and then at the same time, either you go find a job or you go back to school. He's gonna help her with the school, but she have to she have to start doing something for herself. And then at the same time, of course, Evelyn, didn't like the ultimatum on her, so she didn't do what Stephen wants. And finally, Stephen has to cut off the allowance. Say, you know what? If you don't want to go back to school, or you don't want to go look for work to do, or look for a job, I'm going to stop your allowance. When Stephen do that, things start to fall even worse. It's a chaos right now. And one of his friend even warned Stephen, say, you got to be careful, doing something like that. You got to be very careful. And Stephen just commented that, they're not gonna hurt me because I'm the golden goose, for them. I'm the golden goose for her and her family. And then the Stephen friends said, remind Stephen, hey, you know what? You have to dig into the story of golden goose, because at the end, they we all know the story. They killed the golden goose. So anyway, uh, then one night, all of a sudden, it already has a strange in their marriage. One night, Stephen was again at his friend's house, having doing whatever, and then all of a sudden, there's three Filipino men went to that house. First, they approach Mike, Stephen friend here. They approach Mike and they ask, "Are you Stephen?" And Mike said, "No, I'm not Stephen." And Mike, showed them where Stephen. Stephen was sleeping in the other room. So the three guys went straight to the other room and just shot, Mike, four bullet, bam, bam, bang. And after they shot Stephen, all the three men ran away. They ran away, and then they left. Of course, Stephen is dead now. So finally, of course, the police has to contact. She got Margaret got a call from somebody that Stephen is dead. So of course, as a mother, she had to rush to the Philippines, try to find out what's going on. The full story, because they are not getting the full story from the police. Let me show you here the Angeles City Police uh, investigate the whole thing, and they said it's probably one of the Stephen business business associate or something that did this to Stephen. So that's the kind of the reaction from the police to the mother, Margaret. And Margaret, he is not she's I mean she's not satisfied with the police report, so she decided to hire a detective, a PI, a private investigator, and kind of follow up with the case. And of course, when the PI start to dig in more information, this put pressure on Evelyn and Evelyn family. Also, Margaret keep trying to talk to the family because they have a good relationship anyway. Keep trying to talk to her Filipino family, to help her solve the case. Um, then finally, there's a breakthrough. Uh, this is Assumption is Evelyn Ann. So finally, Assumption, admitted to Margaret that she said the killer is within the family. That she told Margaret the killer was within the family. So maybe she feel guilt because the family are good people. They are good people. They are province people. Simple life, and they of course they did not like what's going on. What they're seeing. And then Asuncion told Margaret the killer was within the family. So and then Margaret started to keep digging, and then the closest one, of course, Gina. Gina was the nanny. She finally, confessed that her husband was also involved. Her husband, here in the photo, Robin. Robin finally came out and, he started to tell the truth, what really happened that evening. So the story was, according to Robin, they pick him up, from his house. They pick him up. It was uh, this all planned by Evelyn. Evelyn was in the car, and the boyfriend, the Filipino boyfriend, and also the Filipino boyfriend bought a friend who is also a security guard with him. So there's like there's three guys were there. So the three of them uh, are the one who went to the apartment or the house where Stephen was staying, and the boyfriend shot him over there. So that was a confession from Robin, Evelyn, brother-in-law. Anyway, so finally the case cracked, and then of course she was arrested, and she was arraigned for a court hearing. At the court hearing, uh, the mother of Stephen, and also father, flew in from UK to Philippines. They want to be there, especially on that the judgment day. And I just want to show you the here. It's kind of Here's the lawyer at the judgment day. This is the order or the trier. This is the Filipino lawyer for Evelyn, and the kind of funny part was Evelyn was asking the lawyer, who was trying to defend her. She said, "How many cases have you handled like this murder cases?" And the lawyer said, "Not that many. Actually, two cases." And she said, "What's your record of those two cases?" And he said he was just like kind of embarrassed to say it. He said he lost both cases, and that was kind of scared Evelyn. Oh, I don't want your record to get worse. He got two cases and he lost both. So that's the one. That's a lawyer's defending Evelyn. Anyway, so at the very end, we all know that he she lost the he lost her case, so she had to go to jail for 40 years. The judge gave her the maximum, which is 40 years, no parole or anything like that. So it's a 40 years sentence for this Filipina. Anyway, so let's see what. For me, my conclusion was what happened? What happened to this you know innocent Filipina province girl dreaming of a a prince in armor. It's almost like a Pretty Woman, the movie Pretty Woman, right? Uh, so she's from a Pole province, province girl, but she have a big dream of marrying a foreigner who will rescue her from poverty. And then she did successfully find a foreigner, and successful foreigner, and not old but a young, and according to her, a handsome foreigner. And I don't know what changed her heart or her mind. Why is not what she why is she not satisfied having this kind gentleman, and then also very generous, not only to her but also to her family. What happened? For me, what really happened, Stephen also played a part of this kind of disaster, because why? You bought a young Filipina, you marry a young Filipina, 17 years old, working in a bar like that nightclub, and according to the sister, she knows they work in a bar. Sometimes they have to have sex with the customer. We all know that. Uh, Actually, Stephen has to pay the bar owner £500 so that sh- he can take her away from the bar, because they can when they bought you from the province, you kind of have to stay with them for a certain period or something like that. If you find a prince, or somebody will wants to marry you, they have to pay like a bar fine or something like that. So Stephen have to pay a £500 for to get Evelyn out of that situation. Anyway, so I think one of the big mistake was giving giving her too much money, and the success just overwhelm Evelyn. She could not handle that kind of success, and also kind of money. Like I was just saying, in 2004, that 1,000, if you times two, that was 2,000 US dollar, and you convert that to peso, that is today money, it's like 100,000. That's too much money for a province girl. So that was, I think, on my opinion, was the big mistake. Letting the wife handle that kind of money, and this yeah, there's I don't know. That's why I keep saying that just be if you okay, if you're a foreigner and you want to have fun, you want to go you know maybe go to those red light district in the Philippines, whether in Olongapo or Angeles City. um, just have fun. But if you want to thinking that you're gonna marry them, it's you have to be you have to be very careful, because most of these girls, they are on something. They cannot be working there at a very young age without taking something. And the sister had mentioned that she's also on drug or something. You got to be on some kind of influence, whether drugs or something. So that's a problem right there. You that's where you were face a problem, was are they on drugs or not? And and the expectation at the same time. So I hope this video will bring awareness, to foreigner thinking of uh, having fun in Angeles City or Olongapo. Yeah, if you want to just have fun, go have fun. But if you want to, thinking, take them home or something like that, you have to be very, very careful. Anyway, so let me know your thought on this video. I'm going to put the video link down below, and you can tell me. Let me know your thought. Again, thanks for watching. Take care. Stay safe. Bye bye now.